youngins on go, 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 go. Whenever they find you, came up selling coke, 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 coke. Get served like a drive-thru. Yeah, that 4-4-4-4. Ain't talking no fast food.
Look.
You already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
And it's your girl Imani.
How's everybody doing today?
Nigga, I'm depressed.
Oh.
I don't want to be in Massachusetts. I don't want to be in America. I don't want to be in this brick. I don't want to be dealing with this wind. I don't want to be dealing with any of it. I miss Mexico, bro. I need to go back. But besides that, I'm doing all right. How about you?
Man's got a little bit of color.
You feel me?
I'm on the same page. Imani's tired of Massachusetts, tired of seeing the same people. There's been a lot of you know how they have the love triangles? There's been a lot of love squares popping off that Imani unfortunately has found herself in the middle of.
Whoa. What's a love square? What's a love square?
Okay, so you know how you have the love triangles, you have three people like in some beef because there's one person that two people want. So I'm saying there's love squares. Now, when I say I'm in the middle of it, I'm not one of the squares. But I'm a side friend who knows all parties involved. So that's fun. But other than that, it just makes me want to get the fuck out of Boston because Boston's too small. But it's okay. You know.
Really, though.
Trips coming up soon.
How about you, Mr. Dev?
I'm doing good, you know. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling blessed. I'm happy to be here on another Tuesday afternoon, you feel me? A year after, you know, quarantine lockdown, we're here. You know, we're in a completely different place than we were when all this shit happened a year ago. I'm happy that I'm still, you know, alive and pushing it through every single day. Because, shit, a year ago today, shit was looking spooky. You feel me? Shit was looking spooky because I was out of a job with very short notice and I had no idea what to do. And I struggled for the first couple, you know, weeks in that. But, you know, in the future, I was able to build myself back up and I am happy of where I am at today and where all of us are at right now. You know, we're still alive. A lot of people haven't made it, you know, within the last couple of months and within, you know, 2020 as a whole. You feel me? So I'm just blessed and I'm happy to be here with all y'all and, you know, to have everybody with us. You feel me? We got Rich here. I'm here. Amani's here.
Hello.
We got Marino and Jake in the studio with us. You know, Jake finally returning back, making his season 6 debut. You feel me? It's good to have him back, you know. Cat's in the studio with us. It's a vibe over here at MCM, you know. It's cozy. But yeah, it's feeling good.
You know what I found shocking when I was in Cancun?
What's up?
Everyone thinks Boston is extremely diverse. Yeah. Like, everyone thinks Boston is extreme. Like, got mad black people. Like, it's a crazy diverse city.
It's because of David Ortiz. That's the only reason why. You think about it. You went to Cancun. Who they gonna know out there?
He's Dominican.
So?
What you mean? That's his area. Like, yo.
Like, so? Like
the Caribbean. Like,
who you gonna know from Boston? You're gonna know David Ortiz. You feel me? Yeah, you might know Paul Pierce. You know? I wouldn't even say you know Brady if you're talking about Boston because people don't really attach New England to just Boston unless you know the correlation. You feel me? Right. So if you're thinking about Boston, you're gonna be thinking about Red Sox if you're thinking about important figures. And, you know, you're going to think about David Ortiz. So I could see why people would think it's that diverse, you know, until you actually get here. Yeah, you know, it's pretty diverse, you know, the certain neighborhoods you go to. But outside of that, you know, Boston isn't really represented
the way it should be.
As it should be, you know. There are diverse neighborhoods out here, but that's not really represented when you think of the, you know, classic image of Boston. You feel me? You're thinking about the North End or Southie or, you know, Paul Revere and shit like that. You feel me? The fact that everybody has an accent and people think that, you know, everyone says Harvard and college.
Bro, you know how many people ask me why I don't have an accent?
Yo.
I'm like, I'm black. Yo, straight up, I looked at them. I was like, yo, have you ever seen a black person with a Boston accent? And they looked at me and they're like, you're right. You're right.
So, you know. The ones who know. But, you know, I think that the ones outside of Boston that, you know, check us out. When anybody wants to know what Boston's like, the people that live outside of here, that's the perfect time for me to self-promo because I'll be like, yo, Go ahead, listen to the Urban Product. You feel me? Give you 3 episodes. Give me 3 episodes of your time, and you're gonna know exactly what Boston and Massachusetts is like just from listening to that shit. You feel me? Down to how we talk, what the culture is about, what we think about, all that shit. What's popping, all that shit. You feel me? Come over to the Urban Product and bring your friends too. You feel me?
Gang.
I can't wait. See? And that is an example, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to purchase an ad, hey, that was a nice smooth 30 seconds. Go ahead and hit my line. You feel me? You like that?
Nigga said you want to purchase an ad. Don't fucking kill me.
All right, let's recap on the weekend. Right? Because, you know, my weekend wasn't shit, but my dog did go to Cancun, so I'll give him a little bit to talk about it.
Oh, that's I didn't want to talk about my week. We can do that.
Talk about it. You was gone. You experienced some shit. We was here.
Bro, I'll say this. I was there for 4 days, 4 nights, and every single day was a fucking movie. I went so I'll just work backwards. So Saturday, niggas was on a boat. Niggas went ATV riding. We went jet skiing. I went parasailing. And it was all like under $100. It was beautiful. I don't know how I finessed that, but this funny thing happened actually while I was about to go jet skiing. So we were with these couples, right? It was me and my boy Chris, my roommate, and then it was just like these four people, 2 couples, right? And I think they were from Philly too. As we're changing, you know, go from ATV riding to jet skiing and then our swim shit and whatnot. I'm taking my shirt off and putting the life jacket on. Tell me why this nigga Chris comes up to me and tells me, yo, shorty broke her neck in front of her man's jaws dropped. Nigga,
wait,
look.
what?
Yeah, like as I'm taking my shirt off. Imagine So imagine Amani's your shorty and you're right there. She looks back, jaw drops, stares, and then she looks at you. Y'all make eye contact. You look at me, and then you just keep it pushing. Bro, when I tell you, you couldn't tell me shit. I was like, yo, I look
nigga was gassed, bro.
Nigga, that entire trip I was gassed. No cap. I don't know why, but like, yo,
this man shorty looked at him, and then the man looked at Darnell and was like, damn, I can't really do shit, and kept it pushing. Yo, I'd be gassed too. You feel? It'd be like, damn, nigga, acknowledge the fact that I can fuck your girl, bro, but go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. You feel me?
I was like, yo, that def ain't your girl. That def ain't your girl.
And if she is your girl, she
for the streets. But
she belongs to the streets.
Yes, sir. But yeah, Friday was another chill night. We went on a boat again, where we was just jumping off the boat, going diving, just chilling with some people, drinks and whatnot. That was the craziest time of my life, because I have never been in like open sea on a boat like that, just in the middle of the ocean, just diving into the ocean, no life jacket and whatnot. I felt like I was living life, bro. I felt like I made it. It was so wonderful. I met so many people. It's just so nice. Like every single day was between 85 and 87 degrees. It was no wind, clear skies, beautiful beaches. Hands down the best vacation I've been on so far.
That's good. So, yeah. You know, I was happy you were able to experience that, you know, during a time like that. You know, it wasn't shit happening out here. Like how did it feel when you came back from, you know, that 80 to 90 degree weather and then coming back to, you know,
so it was weird because like while I was in Mexico, y'all were receiving like 60 degrees, 70 degree weather for the week.
It was a tease.
And then the one day
and then a slight tease.
And then I come back Sunday, right? As I'm landing, it legitimately, as I land, it starts to flurrying and then hails. And then
Yes, that day.
Yeah.
That was some bullshit.
I was with my girl. I was like, yo, we literally are going through 4 different phases
in one day, bro. So I saw the flurries and I was like, I just went from paradise and I'm coming back to this. I need to move. Like, I need to move. And then I saw it get sunny out of nowhere and I was like, yup, I cannot do this shit anymore. But how does it feel being back, bro? The minute I got back, I was sad. Like I said, I was so sad because
well,
you do anything there.
You got to, you know, you got to have a good time. You got to have a vacation. Like I haven't had.
Get out of here.
Like my last vacation was right before quarantine.
Take one.
Me? So I got to go on a vacation.
My last vacation was 2018.
I'm
not going. Yeah,
we're gonna take the pod on the road. You feel me? We're taking the pod on the road. Just believe, gang will be out there soon and it's gonna be lit. Just believe. Oh, can't wait. Oh, when we make the announcement, like, yeah, y'all will get it. You feel me? But Yeah, you know, I'm happy you had a good time out there. You were able to experience some life, and now coming back to here. Amani, since he was gone, you know, we got to experience that little tease. So with that little tease, you know, how you feeling about the summer coming up? You think we gonna be lit for the summer?
I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Imani's like gone this summer. I'm out. I was safe the first half. At this point, numbers are going down. Everyone's getting their vaccinations.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
So Imani's going to take her trip. I have my first trip booked next week. I'm gonna have another trip booked maybe in a couple months, maybe May or June.
I'm honestly trying to be on that weekend trip wave. Like leave like Thursday night or Friday morning or something, then come back like Sunday night, Monday morning.
So you think that time you were gone for was like the perfect amount of time to be gone for?
No, well, I wish I was gone longer. But like, I'm just saying, like for U.S. destinations, I wouldn't mind taking like a weekend trip to like L.A., Miami, you know what I mean, Tampa or something, like Phoenix. I wouldn't mind doing that for a weekend.
Yeah, I got a weekend trip to New York coming up in like the end of May. Yeah.
Not a bad time. You feel me?
Yeah, so it should be pretty smooth. I can't wait for the summer.
I cannot wait.
Facts. I was already robbed of the last summer. Like anybody that asked me this question, I tell them the same thing. I'm like, yo, people were inside for an entire summer.
Not everybody.
I mean, not everybody, you feel me? But the ones that were inside for that summer, they were inside, you feel me? So now that they have this opportunity, they're not missing another summer. No. You feel me? They are not going to afford to miss another summer. And if they do, you know how much money y'all would lose out on if y'all locked us in for another summer? Y'all, the hell? So yeah, everybody's outside. I can't wait. In terms of weather-wise, how I've seen Massachusetts just go through the 4 seasons within the last year led me to believe that climate change is a real ass thing. So I'm expecting it to be warm as hell this summer. You feel me? And with that, the restrictions are being lifted. So I will think there'll be a point where Massachusetts will lift the mask mandate. And if you add that with the summer and lower restrictions, hey, we outside. We are outside. You feel me? First concert I'm going to, like I already said, I am there. If
you down south, bro, everything is already open.
I know.
Yeah, that's true.
If you down, it's only the north.
But it's like crazy. Just because like the type of panic that COVID put on me, I go see the shits down south, and even though it's completely normal like a year or two ago, I see it now and I'm just like, oh, that's dirty.
Bro, I was in Mexico, bro. No one had a mask on. Like no one except the people like working at the resort. Other than that, you couldn't find anyone with a mask. I was like, wow.
Yeah, but I feel like if I was in another country, it'd be weird for me to wear a mask too. Like I feel like if I was to go to Haiti and I just saw everybody masked up, I'd be like, yo, this is weird. You feel me? Like even though I know there's a pandemic in the world, I'd be like, damn, it touched the motherland though. Yeah.
Like I feel you. I feel you. My mom went to Haiti. She was like, yo, they don't believe in Corona down there. I was like, yo, don't kill me. Don't fucking kill me.
Damn. And like since we're like on the topic of Haiti, do we want to talk about what's been going on?
We can jump into it.
Days?
You want to talk about it? You want me to do it?
Go ahead.
Since we're talking about it, let's just inform the listeners about what's been going on.
Essentially what's been going on for the past like decade or so more, I would say. The president of Haiti, let me make sure I get his name right, Jovenel Moïse, he's really essentially corrupt, and the citizens of Haiti want him gone. So what's been going on is they've been protesting, going through the capital, Port-au-Prince, just protesting that he get removed from office because essentially he's corrupt. What he's been doing is just taking money from the government as well as just inciting violence against his own people. And he's from the jump has never been a good leader. So the Haitian citizens are tired of this. We've been going through turmoil ever since we rebelled from France, ever since we were the first country to really do this shit, you know what I mean? Okay. Become a revolution. And we've just had terrible leaders, terrible support from Americans, from the French, we still pay reparations to the French. So it's just like Haiti's getting it from all sides now, and especially that we're getting it from the internal, our leader. They're just tired of it. Haitian citizens are tired of it. Haitian citizens in America are tired of just looking at back home and seeing what the fuck is going on, seeing no change because our leader doesn't want change. He only wants to line his pockets with the money of our citizens. And we're fucking tired of that. So they want him gone. So that's really what's going on. That's why people are saying free Haiti, because this man has been in power for way too long and he doesn't want to give it up. Short and sweet story to it. But what are your opinions on the situation? I mean, what do you think they could do to like try to get him out? Because I'm pretty sure he has the military backing him or something like that. So
he has the military and has gangsters backing him.
Yeah, because he probably gives them power and whatnot. So that's like he's a dictator, like a military dictator. When you think about it, I'm trying to think of what they call those niggas.
No, literally dictators.
Yeah,
you had it.
No, it's a different one when you're military too, but I forget. But yeah, this dude just not a good guy at all, and he's been in power for over like 10 years, and people are just tired of it. Isn't it? Like he does have the military on his back or behind him, so I'm just thinking like, what can the citizens do? And then I'm thinking like, citizens shouldn't have to do anything. We should be getting help from the outside. You know what I mean? People like America, they always say, yo, land of the free, we're fighting, we're gonna go, help free other countries, you know what I mean? I feel like this would be a perfect time for America to come in and help us out, you know what I mean? Replace the leader. Let us have a real election where we can actually put someone in that we believe in. Because every time we have an election, this man rigs it to go his way, and he should never win any of the elections he wins. So there's just a lot of corruption going on in Haiti right now, and I don't know how to fix it, simply because it's been that way for so long that things are just like set in place. So yeah, that's the story really.
That was a really great way to put it. No, you worded it pretty well. Thank you for that.
I'm ahead, but it's just really unfortunate because that's the homeland. Like you said, that's the motherland. And I have like, majority of my family still lives in Haiti. I may not be close with them, but still just knowing that my family lives in Haiti and these are the circumstances that they're dealing with at the time.
Same.
It's not something I want to hear. That's not something I want to deal with.
For sure.
My dad is in Haiti. I don't like that nigga, but like still, that's my dad. I don't want that nigga going through this shit, like dealing with people walking with guns in the Capitol. That's not a situation I want anyone to be in.
Yeah,
let alone family, let alone kids, let alone old people. Like, nah, it's just not conducive for anything. So something needs to be done, and I don't know how to do anything, to be honest. So it's just hard. It's a hard situation.
Yeah, nobody should have to live in a constant state of fear. You feel me? That's my personal opinion on it.
And it's just annoying to me simply because, like I said, Haiti was the first country to get their independence from a European country. Like, we're the first ones to start this rebellion shit. You know what I mean? And what did we get for it? We got reparations from the French, from the Americans, from fucking England, from everyone in their fucking mama. What did they do? They took our resources, they took our money, they took our gold, they took our sugar. And what did we get left with? Nothing. And now, what are they doing for us? Nothing. So it's just like, it's just beyond fucking annoying. Knowing the history of Haiti, knowing how great we were, how great we could have been, and where we are now simply because of, what? Politics? Because people didn't like that we wanted our independence, shit like that. So this is just, it's stupid, bro. It's stupid.
It's not about independence. They know it would have been a problem had we actually been successful.
We were successful.
No, but I'm saying like, I promise you, had they not touched anything, we would have been unstoppable at this point. So I'm pretty sure they looked at it like, there's no way we're gonna allow them to even have a possibility of just going bigger, because they're already a problem now. So I can only imagine how they're gonna get years later on. We have technology now, we have all these things now. The only reason why Haiti's on the low is because they're struggling financially. And you got people, and then you got this dude who's in power who don't really care. He's just there as a like you said, as a puppet to just
line his pockets
and benefit whoever put him in power. So at this point, I don't really know what else people can do. What I can say is that I don't mind the protests, because at this point, like, if
gotta do something,
you have to do something. And if I couldn't imagine dealing with it now, let alone 10 years. So I don't get shocked when I hear stories about people, going crazy and doing that, because it's one thing to deal with it for a while, but to constantly be in worry about whether or not stepping outside your house and being in some nonsense, it's gonna do something to the mental. So I'm like Darnell said, I have family as well down there. I have literally family the same age as me, so it's a little scary just picturing myself in their shoes and not knowing exactly what to do. So
I definitely hear you on that. It is a scary and very sad situation too, especially when it comes to dictatorship, because not too long ago, I remember hearing, or we all heard about it, but Uganda went through a similar situation not too long ago, and I remember how the world reacted to that, and I remember how Ugandans especially felt about that entire situation, you know, when it happened at the time. So I can definitely empathize with that, just because I also have family in Haiti. I have a goddaughter in Haiti. She's 18 now. Which is scary because damn, we are all really growing up, you feel me? But yeah, I just have family over there as well, so I fortunately I've never had to live life how they like live life. I was blessed to have the upbringing I have, you know, whatever it was, I was blessed to have it, you feel me? So for everyone down there, for them to be going through that, and some remaining hopeful but a lot feeling hopeless and not knowing what to do with that, it's a really really sad and scary feeling, and I just send my prayers, because I feel like I can't really do anything myself, you know. There's these questions of, you know, what needs to be done, or what should you do, or like, all that I really can do is just, you know, hold my people down, make sure everyone's good while they get through all of this, because I can't really do anything personally. But for the ones that are dealing with this, you know, I just gotta hold them down and make sure they get through it, and make sure that they're protected, because hey, shit, we don't know what's gonna happen. Mad shit happened when I learned about the situation in Uganda, and if anything remotely close happens to, you know, people over there in Haiti, and I don't even know if it has or hasn't happened, but if I do hear about that in the future, you know, it's gonna tear me apart. So keep your loved ones close and keep them safe, you feel me? And keep your loved ones in your thoughts and prayers, and yeah, pray for Haiti, please.
Fendi. What happened in London?
There's been a lot of like murders and women getting abused.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's been like, I don't know if it's a serial person, like a serial killer, or if it's someone who's purposely doing this, but like they are having more and more reports come in every day. And then I know it's been happening in Trinidad as well, for a grip, and I just don't, I don't know. I think it hit me when we were talking about you leaving for vacation, and how I wish I could how you were planning to go by yourself originally, and I would love to I would just love to up and just leave by myself, but as a female, I don't have the luxury of doing that, so I can only, so it's things like that. And then when you think about these women in London, some of them are single, some of them are living by themselves, and it's just like, why do females always have to be in the predicament where they end up losing their life, or they end up injured because somebody sees an opportunity and they just take it for what it is?
It really is unfortunate that women do have to live the lives that you do, because what you said to me, or what I said to you, is when you did say you wish you could take a vacation on your own. Like, a lot of women have said the same thing to me after I told them I was going to Cancun and like I plan to go on my own. They were like, I wish I could do that on my own. And it's really like telling that a lot of women feel that way. I didn't really realize that, to be honest with you. And I feel like we as men got to do a better job making women feel safe. You know what I mean? Especially at night, being alone. I completely understand why you wouldn't want to go on a vacation alone, but it's our job to make y'all feel safe. Like me, the man I am, I can never think about harming a woman, putting my hands on a woman, doing shit like that. So it's just like, it's weird. It's weird when y'all say like, yo, there are guys like that. Obviously they are, but it's just like, the way me and Dev are, I can never be that kind of guy. I'm going to always be there to protect you. So the fact that there are men like that are willing to hurt women is just like, shit. I feel bad that you got to live that life. And I feel bad for the women in London, to be honest with you, because like I said, no one should have to deal with the things that they're dealing with. Being scared to walk alone, having to have pepper spray on me, maybe a fucking pocket knife, maybe a gun, just so I can be safe to walk home after work or something like that.
The whole three.
I don't even think, as a man, I think sometimes, let me go for a night jog. I don't think about getting attacked. I don't think about anything. So I'm just like, shit. There's a lot of things I don't think about that women do think about that I need to start being cognizant of, just to empathize and respect and understand. I feel like we all got to do that.
No, facts. No, you hit it on the nail. Like, there's really not much else to add to that. You know, we're always telling men to do better, and to teach your sons, or just to teach men in general about what to do. And it's a very unfortunate event that these things happen, and obviously I wish that they never have to. But yeah, when I do hear things like that about like women wishing that they can travel alone, I get that. I definitely get that. But Rich's response to that is, I definitely understand that as well, because it's dangerous. Like, I wish y'all could also, but in reality it's dangerous, because unfortunately in this world, not everybody thinks the way that we do. Not everybody, is inherently good. There's a lot of evil sons of bitches out there. You feel me? There's a lot of evil people out there, and it's just not worth the risk. And it sucks, but y'all got to be protected. And I feel like that is done better when it's like with more than just one person. You feel me? Gotta have somebody to watch your back. Like the way that women feel every day about the fears that they have just traveling every day, it all makes sense. And like, I only have like those thoughts of any type of danger when I'm like fucking maybe walking in a hood late at night. You feel me? That I'm not from. Like, that's the only time that'll be the only time I'll ever check surroundings or look over my shoulder or just like see who's around me while I'm walking. That'll be the only time. Besides that, anywhere else, I'm walking through and I feel like, yo,
got headphones on, no worries.
I'm chilling.
In the world.
You feel me?
Yeah.
No one's gonna check me, and if somebody does check me, they're gonna get checked. Like, that's how I feel. You feel me? So I'm able to walk with that. But hearing the other side doesn't feel that way as well. Unfortunately, history shows that y'all have very good reason to feel that way. And it sucks, but yeah, we just got to do better. And it's important to have these conversations, no matter, whoever's listening to this right now. If it's an uncomfortable conversation to be listening to like this, good, because you need to hear more conversations like it. Because unfortunately, it's gonna, someone, out there isn't gonna get what we're talking about, and they're just gonna go through their way of life thinking that it's good and normal, when in fact it's not. So having these conversations just allow people to be more open and honest with each other, and then hopefully you take that info and teach the men in your life, and they'll teach the men in their life to fucking do better. And then hopefully we get to a state where the world doesn't have to live in constant fear every day. You feel me? Black people got to do it enough, but like, women, it's just all women, and it sucks. You feel me?
It really
sucks.
is all women that feel that way. It
sucks.
Terrible.
And sometimes we forget too.
Yeah.
Sometimes we forget. Like when you think of night drives, I watch a lot of TikToks, and there'll be videos of girls knowing someone's following them, and they're recording like the whole thing, and it'll be like 30 minutes of them just driving wherever, and whoever's following them is still following them. And it's just like, sometimes I take night drives and I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't keep doing this, because God forbid somebody watching me. I don't know. It might be a problem.
I wanted to get your opinion on this, because I've been seeing this a lot on social media. Like, dudes doing like those TikTok pranks where they're like trying to scare women, like they're just coming out the cut. Like say you're walking by a corner and like that's the corner right there, and I jump out and try to scare you. Or like I'm walking by and I try to smack your ass. What do you think of those pranks, like of dudes doing that to like unsuspecting women? I think that shit's terrible, because I see their reaction. I'm just like, yo, that doesn't even a joke. That doesn't even look. Yeah, that doesn't even look good. Like, yeah, that's exactly.
It was a real life
reaction. Yeah. So I want to get your opinion on that.
I think dudes who joke like that are usually telling something. They themselves probably engage in that behavior. They're using it as a joke now, but behind closed doors, I bet you that it's the same thing. That's because you're just not gonna out of nowhere just doing that just because. You're either around somebody who does it and has allowed you to think that it's okay, or you yourself don't even realize the full extent of what you're doing or what your action is doing to a female, and you just find it as a joke, which means that you're just simple-minded to me.
Well, damn. I honestly never thought of it that way, to be very honest with you. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I can add a story to that, because when you were just talking about all that, it brought me back to, a moment where a man and a woman were in the exact same situation, but only one was aware of what was going on. You feel me?
Situationship?
No, in terms of like, you know, public harassment or something.
Oh, okay.
Do harm or some shit like that. So I can say a story for myself, right? So me and my best friend, right? She lives in New York, and we went to Rolling Loud together when it was in Queens. You feel me?
I remember this.
So we got an Airbnb, and we were staying at this Airbnb in Queens, right? So in order to get around, you know, we use the trains and shit like that, and the nearest train stop was like maybe a block and a half from our Airbnb. So on the walk to the train stop, we got to pass through a couple of corners, and one of the corners was a drug corner. You feel me? So normally, you know, me, large black male, best friend, small white girl. You feel me? So when we had to get to the train stop to the crib, you know, and we got past that certain corner, because I was with her, you know, we would cross the street because our Airbnb was on the same side as like this corner. You feel me? So we would cross the street, walk on the other street's corner, and then when we get to, you know, across the street from our Airbnb, then we would cross back to, you know, then proceed in there. You feel me? One night on the walk back, I think it was literally the night after the first night of Rolling Loud, we were walking back to our apartment. It was late at night. There was mad people on that corner, and we did the, you know, same routine, cross the street, went on that street's corner, and then when it was time to get to our Airbnb, cross the street back again. So we noticed somebody from that, well, she didn't notice, but I noticed somebody from that corner break away from the corner and start following us. So it was me and her, and we were walking to our Airbnb, and she doesn't know that somebody's tailing us. So when we're about maybe 3 houses away from our spot, because I wasn't going to let this dude follow us all the way to the Airbnb, you feel me? Because no. So when we were about maybe 3 to 4 houses away from our spot, I stopped with her, I did a slight pause, and then I turned around and looked him dead in the eye. And then we made eye contact, and then he turned around and then walked back to where he was going. So then I waited a couple, you feel me, made sure that the dude actually left. And then when the coast was clear, we walked back to the Airbnb. Before we got into the actual place, I checked again just to make sure nobody was following us that time. And then, you know, we went into the spot. It wasn't until we were safely in the spot, I was just like, yo, something almost just happened to us, bro. I don't know what was going to happen, but something almost just happened to us. And she had absolutely no idea of any of it at all. You feel me? She was completely clueless to any of it. I was just like, yeah, yo, somebody was following us for like a good chunk, you feel me? And it wasn't until we stopped and did all that, you know, they left. And I was just like, the fact that I was able to be aware of that is because, you know, obviously I'm street smart and all that shit, you know. Yeah. But the fact that the other side, you know, was a woman and then wasn't aware to any of that, and the fact that it could have happened just like that if I wasn't there, if just anyone wasn't with her, just goes to show. You feel me? Just goes to show how dangerous it is to be out here. So I just wanted to share that story with y'all just because, you know, I think it's very smart to not travel alone. Unfortunately, it's just the world that we live in. So I think it's very smart because y'all need to be protected, and you got to have trusted people out there watching y'all backs at all time. You feel me? Like Rich, like me, like Jake, Reno, we protect all of our, you know, women, and it's our job too, because some of these motherfuckers think that they can play, and when they think that they can play, they got to get dealt with. So they just you got to make sure, you know, you got protection with you at all times. And if someone's not there to protect you, make sure you have your own protection. All right?
I actually have a point to that, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said that she was like naive, like she didn't know.
She had no idea.
Sometimes you got to think about it. When females grow up as like grown women, we're usually not taught to be as observant, one, and two, we kind of, I feel like boys are given the real talk, whereas females were kind of like sheltered and we're kind of taken care of.
I think it's the other way around.
Oh, let her finish. Yeah, go ahead.
Kind of sheltered because if like For example, most times, say if an older man deals with a younger female, sometimes it's more of, oh, what did she wear? What was she saying? You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to situations like those, I don't think all females at times, they're fully aware of what they get into. Like, remember, Imani was a different, and when I was 17, 18 years old, I was a completely different person. I could even think of, especially freshman semester, when Imani never used to leave the house. She was sheltered. I remember my, what do they call those things? Orientation. Somebody could have done something, but because of the dudes that I was with that whole entire day, they were like, nah, you gotta stay with us because people are watching you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, you don't see? I'm like, no. They're like, well, we've been seeing it, so you need to stay with us because people are watching you.
And salute those people.
I will say that as a guy, I am very observant of my surroundings at all times. And I don't know why I am that way, but like, I have noticed what you said, Dev, like when I am with a woman and I do see some dudes just looking at her too long or following us or just being weird, I always call it out on the spot, because those dudes that are like that in private. Like, they don't want to get called out on their shit. They don't want to be exposed. So the minute you shine light on what they're doing, they're either gonna run away, turn around like they did with you, or just deny everything like that they're doing. Oh, I was just walking, I wasn't following you and shit like that. So situations like that, I just always try to call it out like as soon as I see it, because I'm not trying to let it get that far, like where I'm 3 houses away or anything like that, because anything can happen. I don't know, because I just remember like that story brought up this story in my head. I remember when I was dating this girl a couple of years ago, and she was pulling up to my crib. And she parked in the back of my crib, right? And she called me. She's like, I'm scared. I need you to come out. And I'm like, you're at the back of my house. What the fuck could possibly be going on?
I feel that.
You feel me? Yeah. And then she called me. And she was like, there's someone in the car next to me. He's calling, like, he won't leave me alone. Like, I don't want to get out of my car. He's calling me cute and all this shit. And I told him I'm not interested. So, fam, I had to go outside, like, go like, diffuse the situation, go talk to this nigga, like, why are you talking to my girl, shit like this. And I swear to God, I almost fought this dude, like, really almost fought this dude. Story turns out, like, he left and whatnot. I figured the situation out, made her comfortable, but shit like that happens all the time. And if I wasn't there, I can only imagine what would have happened to Shorty, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Because nigga was drunk.
She probably like when I got off.
No, nigga was drunk. No,
you told the story on the pod before, right? I remember
nigga was drunk. I could smell the alcohol in his breath, and I was like, all right, am I really gonna fight a drunk guy right now? And I was really close to it. Luckily, I didn't have to, but shit, that story just reminds me of that shit. So yeah, anytime a woman I know is in need or is having trouble with guys, I have no problem stepping in and helping out or diffusing that situation, just because I know that guys, for one, we're stronger than women, so you need our help. And I want you to feel safe around me 100% all the fucking time. So if I can do that for you, I will do that for you.
Yeah, when it got to the point where, like, we were a couple houses away and I turned around and made eye contact with the dude, I thought a lot about what was going to be the next step, you feel me? Because, you know, I had to think about when you're on your own, it's one
different.
thing. Yeah, it's one thing. But when you're with somebody else, or you're just like, you have somebody else with you, you also have to think about them as well, you feel me? And in terms of the next step or what's the next move, you feel me? You got to think about what would happen to that person as well. So I got to remember, one, I'm in a hood that I'm not from. Exactly. You feel me? I'm from Massachusetts. She's from upstate, and we're in the middle of Queens. You feel me? So I'm in an area where I'm not from. I don't know these people, and I don't know how these people move. You feel me? So I could have been like, yeah, in a state with you, and like how you were just able to confront the dude right there.
Oh, that's because I was in the back of my crib.
You feel
I know
me?
what you mean, bro.
The fact that, like, right there, I wanted to just be like, yo, blah, 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 just talk crazy. Yeah. But I didn't know what was going to happen. And because someone was with me, I couldn't take the risk. I wasn't taking the risk. So thank God when we made that eye contact, it was enough for homie to just dip and go back to where he came from. But a lot of people who are willing to, like, check that and trying to see what the energy is like, yeah, I couldn't take that risk, and I wasn't going to. Let
me rephrase what I said.
Okay.
I would do that in an environment that I'm familiar with. If I was in, like you said, a different state, in a different block, and it's just me and my shorty, or me and my boy, and then I don't know this dude. Like, I don't know who's around him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be as bold confronting him. But if it's in my block, if it's in an area I know, I have no problem doing it.
Clapped.
I have no problem doing it. No problem doing it. Because like you said, I'm not trying to get jumped. I'm not trying to get shot. I'm not trying to get stabbed. I don't know what is in this area. I don't know who's in this area. I don't know who knows this nigga. Shit like that. So
yeah, I hear you.
I feel you.
I feel you 100%.
But either way, you still got to do something like you said. Just make that eye contact. Let him know you know. Let him know you know.
Yeah.
You're not slick.
Shit.
But if you don't have a male friend around you, I would advise women to get their gun license. Your girl is in the process.
Hey.
And then taser.
Shit.
Go on Amazon. They have these keys that has the taser, a pocket knife, and what's that thing called? Taser, pocket knife,
Pepper spray.
Pepper spray. Thank you. Do that. Take some damn boxing lessons or defense classes, or if you gotta wrestle with one of your guy friends, do that. Learn a little pointers. But that's all I can say for now. Why are you laughing?
She said if you gotta wrestle with one of your guy friends, I'm dead.
Hey, you learn a lot.
Don't do that.
Why?
It's not good, yo. Oh boy.
Facts.
Oh boy.
Cause you feel me? These niggas supposed to catch clips, not wrestles. What the fuck? So, right. So came up with this topic that I was, interested in sharing with all of y'all. You feel me? There's a lot of fears that people have. Some people fear death. Some people don't fear death. Some people ain't scared of shit and they're just able to walk through life that way. If y'all are able, to share it with the show, what are some of your biggest fears, when it comes to just life or anything in general?
You want to go first or I'll go first?
I can go first if you want me to lead first. By example.
Right,
I just said I'll go and he said I'll go.
So my biggest fear...
I hate this guy, but I love him. Go ahead.
Honestly, like I've come to terms with like just accepting shit. I don't feel failure because I think of everything as a learning process. You know what I mean? Like I'm just prefacing my fear by saying all this shit. So I don't fear anything happening to me because I think of everything as a learning experience. I'm still young. Anything that happens to me right now, I can easily come back from except death. But then again, you shouldn't even fear death because I feel like there is an afterlife and I feel like I'm destined for heaven. So I'm not scared of death. The one thing I am scared of and is my biggest fear is failing my family. And when I say that, I mean, I put a lot of pressure on myself just because of where I came from, the way I grew up, the way my mom grew up, the way my little brother grew up, the way my sister's growing up. I don't want that to be a norm. I don't want anyone I don't want my kids to feel that way. I don't want my mom to continue living that way. I put a lot of pressure on myself to succeed, to just be the best Darnell I could possibly be. You know what I mean? Okay. I want to maximize my potential as best as I can for not me, because I want to put my family in a better position just because I know all the sacrifices they put for myself. So if I fail in that dream, that's my biggest fear. Not being able to provide for my family, not being able to put my mom in a better spot, not being able to help my brother out if he needs it, not being able to like take care of my kids or my daughter or my son if he needs something right then and there. That is my biggest fear because right then and there, like if I can't take care of the people that depend on me, I can't do shit. I'm not a man. I'm not a dad. I'm not anyone. You know what I mean? So that's my biggest fear to me, just being a failure to my family.
That's it.
If you want me to be honest, really, that is it. Like I said, everything else, I'm 24. Like I could lose my job right now. I'll be fine. I will be fine. I'm 24. I have time. I have youth. I have energy. Like I break a bone, I will be fine. I get into a car accident, I might die. I'm not scared of death. Like I'm genuinely not scared of death. But like failing my family, if I die, I want to make sure I leave something for them, you know what I mean? Make sure they're in a good position. Like I already have life insurance and all that shit, just in case of that situation, because I want to leave something for my family. So I'm just thinking, like the way I think long term. I'm very selfless. Like I'm selfish and selfless at the same time when I give a fuck about you.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? So when I give a fuck about you and I really care about my family, I will give them anything they need, anything they want. My mom hits me up for money, I will give it to her. So I can't fail my family. I can't.
I feel that.
I do too. I would have to take that one as well. Like Darnell, I'm the oldest of my family, and I have a blended family of 6 siblings, so I really have to step up to the plate. I also put a lot of pressure on myself. And when I feel like for every firstborn, especially when you have siblings, you kind of are a parent in a sense. So you have to set an example for your siblings. So that's, if anything, I don't want to fail my siblings. Like, my family cool, but I want to be the sister to where everybody looks up to. If there's an issue or there's a problem, I am that person to where I can solve whatever. I'm a problem solver. So any issue, I would love for them to come up to me. I don't necessarily want to be that person for my family, only because we have so many. I don't feel like that pressure should be solely on me. We have too big of a family for that to be just on me. Mm-hmm. But in terms of my siblings, I definitely want to be the person for them. I think another fear of mine is to put myself in a predicament where I end up leaving this world, because I know at the end of the day, my family put a lot of time and energy into me, and you could say I'm an investment in a way. Like Darnell said, you want to leave something behind for your family, but I also don't want to leave them in that emotional turmoil, because I already know if I die, I already know what that might do to my sister's life and how she wants to live. You know what I'm saying? So every time I step outside, I have to be aware of what I'm doing, because if I end up dying, they're not going to allow her to do what she wants to do, because they're going to want to drag her as much as possible in and just make sure there's no harm that comes to her, because, hey, if it's going to happen to the firstborn, there's a possibility it can happen to the rest of them. So I think those are my two biggest fears. I would say not failing my siblings, but also not allowing their lives to be altered by my untimely demise, so to speak. So
that last one that you said hit me so crazy, yo. That shit hit me so crazy. Because I remember I opened up about my depression on the show before. And it was like really dark when I was like 15, 16, you feel me? And the thought that like kept me going was like, yo, if anything happens to you, Dev, yo, it's over for your mom. Mm-hmm. It is over for your mom if anything happens to you. And to this day, that's been a thought that's been, that's been keeping me grounded, you feel me? Because, yo, it is what Amani said. Something could happen to me, but my mom, yo, the shit that she sacrificed and shit like that, nah, like, I can say one of my biggest fears is losing my mother, you feel me? So even when it gets to that, like, life moves on, you feel me? But when I get to that part of my life, I know however long it's going to be for, it's going to destroy me for a certain period of time, you feel me? But another one that I can say, it's another one of my biggest fears, is also ties into what Rich said, but something happening to me, or like dying in a sense before accomplishing what I set out to accomplish, you feel me? Like, there's things that I want to do with my life, you feel me? I feel like everybody's living experience is their own unique experience, you feel me? Nobody has to live the same exact life. Everybody's meant to live their own life, you feel me? You've been given your own unique experience. Choose what you want to do with it very wisely, you feel me? So I have a lot of things that I want to do with my life before I head out, you feel me? And if I don't accomplish, a good majority of those before I head out, yeah, that's another one of my biggest fears, you feel me? A lot of them are centered on myself, but a lot of it is also family oriented as well. Like, one of my biggest goals currently, just because I can see myself doing this like as a short-term goal, but one of my biggest goals right now is being able to retire my mom, you feel me? That's a major goal that I have right now, and I see that as a short-term goal because I think I can achieve that pretty soon. But if something was happening to me and that was like one of the things I wasn't able to accomplish, man, in the afterlife, I'd be sick. I'd be sick, bro. You feel me? So yeah, things like that. I gotta look out for everybody. You feel me? Biggest fears is losing touch with yourself and people, before you did what you had to do.
I feel like as we get older, we start becoming more selfless and just start thinking about those around us more than ourselves. I feel like when I was younger, I was extremely selfish. Like that question probably would have been centered all around about me. Damn, how I feel and like just things pertaining to me only. It would have never been around family. So I think that kind of answer comes with growth, with maturity, with just experience in life. So I'm glad we all said something like that because it shows the maturity and growth that we all have.
Facts. I love y'all.
I love y'all too.
Just gotta let
Dev gonna get soft on me real quick.
Nah.
It's
What?
okay.
I love y'all.
It's okay.
Marino,
I love y'all
Jake,
too.
I love y'all too. Kat, if you can hear me in there, I love y'all too. I love all my homies. You feel me? I only keep a selected few around me, and if you're around me, you're around me for a reason. You feel me? I like all of my homies know. Once you're under Dev's wing, bro, I got you to the end. You feel me? All of my people can say that.
Dang.
I hold that very deeply. So shit, who knows? I won't even get to that point. But yeah. You feel me? It's all love on this side, you know? My biggest dream when I was a kid was to fucking get to a spot where all of my homies can live in a Cadillac, and not in a Cadillac. No, not in a Cadillac. All of my homies can live in a cul-de-sac, and our families can be cool with each other's families. Same. Our kids be cool with each other's kids. When I was like 10, Juice, Ace, all of the people that live on my block right now, I'm like, yo, when we make it, fam, we're gonna all move into a nice little cul-de-sac. You feel me? Your crib will be there. My crib will be there. Over. Our kids will be cool together. And you know that's our block, you feel me? And it'll be lit. So I've always been like one to just show love and want everybody to just come up with me, and the growth is there. Because I always say this time and time again, I'm gonna get there. Okay. But I just want to take as many people as I can with me for this ride, you feel me? Everybody's experience is unique. So why not share that with as many people as you can? Shit.
I feel that, Dev. Like, no matter what, I know I'm gonna be fine. I know I'm gonna handle my business and do what I got to do to make sure I'm taken care of and mine is taken care of.
But why not have
my guys?
For the ride,
exactly.
Bro,
like, yo, I be talking the same way as you, except cul-de-sacs. I'm like, yo, we all gonna have our own families, you know, because we all plan on living in different states and whatnot. Because I'm not living in Massachusetts.
I feel that.
But like, yo, we gonna link up like twice a year on vacation, bro.
Yep.
And it's gonna be.
We gonna be doing some crazy shit every fucking time. We gonna pick it right back up. Like nothing happened. Like nothing changed.
Facts.
Like I can't wait for that part of my life. I really can't. 30s, here we come.
Facts. It's gonna be lit, bro.
I can't wait to meet Imani's hubby.
Oh, I can't wait to meet your wife.
You probably already have.
Same.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna test your nigga though.
Facts.
Just know that.
I'm gonna test that nigga.
I'm gonna test that nigga, bro. Shit, I already. Hey.
He gonna be like, yo, I can't do this anymore. Your people. Oh,
you know what's crazy? I got so many guy friends that say the same shit. Like, yo, I can't wait to see who your nigga gonna be. And I'm just like,
because it's gonna be stress.
I feel bad for that nigga.
Yeah.
Especially with the niggas in the Monty circle, bro. What the hell? Outside of us, just you got niggas in your circle.
I got niggas
bro,
in my circle.
You gotta have a very secure man.
Facts.
Very secure.
Because if it's not, it's up.
Bro.
I won't take too long on this topic. If I feel like we need to talk about it further, I'll get into it next week. But I do want to mention the Grammys real quick. I do want to talk a little bit about the Grammys.
People still watch those?
Can I give you like a
yeah, go ahead before I give my spiel, because I'm gonna go. You feel me? So go ahead.
So we know how the Grammys is, but it's mostly trash. So USA Today said that the telecast averaged a record low 8.8 million viewers on Sunday. That's 53% from 18.7 million from last year's telecast.
My thing is, like, the Grammys is music, right? It's not.
Yes.
That's not the
God bless
Recording Academy.
That's an. Meg won 3 awards, right?
Yes.
The baby won
out of 4 on her first year.
Well, good for her.
I will say congratulations for that.
Yeah, like besides her though,
crazy of a year, but congratulations.
Besides her though, like who else do we care about?
Do you want me to go?
I would. I did not.
I go.
All right.
Because it said, is there anybody else? Yes.
So I didn't like me. I don't watch the Grammys simply because I think that like award show is just like played out. It's fake. I don't think it's real. Like I see like people win awards and I'm like, you shouldn't be winning that. It doesn't make sense how you got that award. Like Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Like, didn't what's it called? Who got screwed the other day? Macklemore. Didn't Macklemore win a fucking Grammy over like Kendrick, Cardi, fucking
We don't have to go there, bro.
But you know what I'm talking about, though, right? You know what I'm talking about, though,
I know
right?
exactly what you're talking
So
about. He won over Kanye, Jay-Z,
bro.
Drake, Kendrick.
Bro,
Yeah.
after that, that's when I was like, this is not a real award show at all. This is a popularity contest. So when I found that out, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna waste my time watching this shit. Half the time, the people that deserve this trophy or this award don't get it. So that's how I feel about the Grammys, Oscars, fucking Emmys, all them award shows, all rigged.
I just watch them for the performances.
It's true.
I really watch them for the performances. Lil Baby killed it as he should.
The Baby or Lil Baby?
No, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby?
Both,
Okay.
both killed their performances, I
I
think.
didn't watch the baby.
The Baby?
Be honest with
No,
you.
he did his thing. Roddy was there. Yeah, he did. They performed
He's
Rockstar.
short, bro. He's so short.
I don't know what Mans was wearing. That man is a Southern man to a T.
He's from Charlotte,
Okay, that's the South.
North Carolina.
Right, that's the South. Let me tell you,
That is
I
the
have
South.
family in North Carolina. They will tell
That
you
is not the
that's
South,
the
bro.
South.
Anything
They
past,
get
If you
snow,
speak to
bro.
anybody from that place, that's the South.
They consider themselves the South?
Bro, anything past
Oh.
Virginia is the South.
That's the South. bro.
Really?
Yeah.
If
That's
you
the middle
You
of the
gotta think
country.
about the DMV area. So, like, you got DC, Maryland, Virginia. After Virginia, everything's the South,
That's
bro.
the South. I promise you.
when
you
I
go
hear
down
a
there,
when I hear a
slow.
North Carolina, I'm gonna consider you the North, and then South Carolina is where the South starts.
oh, don't get me wrong.
That's how I see
South
it.
Carolina's more
That's how I see
country
it.
than
South
North
Dakota
Carolina.
is in the South,
Don't
too?
sleep.
All right, that's
Man,
different.
shut up, nigga.
Bro, fuck you. Fuck you.
No. To his defense.
Tell me that shit don't make sense.
No. To your defense,
South Dakota.
the Carolinas are the only thing that actually makes sense because South Carolina is real country compared to North Carolina.
That's what I'm
But-
saying.
I don't know, but he's right with the North and South. You can't really, Dakota. You can't really put those two together. But North Carolina is the South.
You know what? No one cares
Okay.
about South Dakota and North Dakota. I don't even know why there's two Dakotas. There should be one giant ass Dakota.
Hey, shout out to Dakota Fanning, wherever she at in life.
The
Shout out
fuck?
to her. Shout out to her wherever she at in life. You feel me?
Mad random.
God bless.
But yes,
Go ahead,
the
Dev.
Grammys, because Rich said, "Was there anyone to even care about?" Yes, in my opinion. So
Let me hear it.
right. So Roddy Ricch was nominated for, I believe, maybe 5 or 6 Grammys this year.
What did he drop?
Okay.
No. It was
For
the
2020?
calendar year is 2020.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So he was nominated for 6 Grammys, right?
Okay.
And you got to think about the type of year Roddy Ricch had. You feel me? You got to think about the type of year Roddy Ricch had with that album. You feel me? He won 2 Grammys in the 2019 Grammys. He won 2 Grammys.
For the
You
Bucks?
feel me? No. This was before his debut album even dropped. So he won a Grammy for Ballin' with Mustard and Racks in the Middle with Nipsey. That's what he won his 2 Grammys off of currently. You feel me? So that was before his debut album even dropped.
When did his album drop? I thought it dropped in 2019.
Yeah, but the Grammys was before that.
If the Grammys is now, he dropped his like what?
Bro, how they do it is like it's like for the 2020.
Yeah,
Like, it
but he
wouldn't be
dropped
for
it in
2021.
2019 is what I'm saying. So they should have already...
No, because of
But they did it in the beginning of 2020.
Okay,
Like,
all right.
there's
So
like
because he
a-
dropped late 20.
there's like a
Okay, that
deadline
makes
for
sense.
everything, you
Okay,
feel
that
me?
makes sense. All
You
right.
feel me?
I was just confused. My fault.
Yeah, so that happened, and you got to think about the type of year that Roddy Ricch had with that, fam. I don't know how long The Box was #1 for. I don't
Okay.
know how long that song was for, but that shit, bro. When the album dropped, and The Box was the second song on that album, bro. Once everyone got, you got to think about it. Once everyone got to the second track of the album, it was up from there, bro. It was up from there, and you heard it everywhere. And to think, even after that, the rest of the album was also fire. But even after that, Roddy had the, features that he had. He had obviously the Rockstar feature. He had the feature with Gunna. He had a couple notable features after that as well. So, Baby, Lil Baby, Da Baby, and Roddy Ricch had an incredible 2020, in my opinion. And the fact that all 3 of them were nominated for multiple Grammys and all 3 of them won 0 Grammys was very telling to me. You feel
Which is
me?
why I don't watch the Grammys.
Very telling to me. I know, but it's like this one thing where I get when people are like, fuck the Grammys. The Grammys don't really matter, blah, 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 whatever. How I see the Grammys is, one, it's a great nod to the young generation and artists coming up, because it's a nice boost to their career when they have that thing under their belt, when they have that accolade under their belt. It's a nice boost to their career. And also, once you win a Grammy, being Grammy nominated is one thing, but once you're a Grammy award winning artist, the check is up, the price goes up.
Oh yeah.
So whenever I see artists that I fuck with in those type of like, you know, situations, like when I see Lil Baby nominated, the Baby nominated, Roddy nominated, niggas that I fuck with, whose music I fuck with, when I see that nominated, I'm like, word, that's what's up. Because, you know, now their price is about to skyrocket. You feel me? And then when they fuck it up, it just lets me know they're just giving these nominations out, you know, just to cater to black people, or just to have black people just pull up to their platform and watch their favorite people lose. How I feel they do it, because they did it in the past. Like, I remember last Grammys, the big issue was that Travis walked away with nothing when he was nominated for mad shit because of Astroworld. So like, now the Grammys have this thing of, you know, giving all of our favorite artists the nomination just so it can be like, here nigga, damn, we gave you something. But then when it comes to the actual awards, they don't do it. And I just feel like, yo, all these companies are doing, or all these organizations are doing, and they're just trying to pander to the black vote, but they're still screwing these young artists out of, you know, a giant achievement that a lot of people, musical artists especially, look up to. So that's my beef with the Grammys.
That's why I don't watch them. But I wanted to ask you, who won best artist?
Best new artist was Megan.
All right, I was gonna say, if it wasn't Lil Baby, it better be her.
No, because I think Lil Baby was nominated last year. I think.
No, best artist in general, isn't it? Like best new artist.
The artist of the year. I don't think there was an artist of the year. I can tell you
that should have been Lil Baby.
Yeah, I don't think there was an artist of the year category. There was a song of the year, a record of the year, album of the year, you know, etc. But
and the fact that he didn't win any of them is insane.
Yeah,
especially with the 2020 he had. So I can't respect him just based off that. This nigga had the best 2020 musically of anyone. Better than Meg.
And you had
way better than Meg, and that's saying something.
And like, I didn't have a beef with their list of like hip hop albums of the year. I didn't have any beef with that, because the albums were dope, obviously. So I was like, it is what it is. But to then think you have these people come on and perform, like the fact that DaBaby, Roddy, and Lil Baby performed, and the fact that Lil Baby was the last performance, you like, the Grammys know who the top niggas are. You feel me? They know who people are coming here to see. And the fact that they're still snubbing them out of artists repeatedly, it's just like, yo, it just feels like to put it in a way, you're giving everybody blue balls, bro.
Wow.
They're giving all of these artists blue balls in a sense. You feel me? And it's a crappy feeling, like blue balls is. So it sucks. It sucks.
Imagine
and it's
me
disrespectful.
This is how it's blue balls. Imagine you telling me, right, where I'm gonna perform. Like, you're performing last, right? You're the headline. If I'm performing last, that's the end of the show. Niggas are seeing me last. I'm the fucking main event.
He's the headliner.
You feel me? I'm the main event. I'm the main event, not the headline. I'm the top notch. So I'm expecting, yo, if I'm top notch, I gotta be getting something. You feel me? They ain't gonna just put me here for no reason.
Got nothing.
That's like you telling me come over at 1 a.m. to chill, and you actually want to chill.
God bless.
You feel me? You feel me? You feel me?
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of my time. Like, why am I here? Why am I doing this performance? Why am I giving my energy when you're not giving me anything back?
Facts.
So I feel you with that. Dap me up, my nigga. That was a perfect analogy. I hope I can make that simplistic for you.
No, that made yes. Thank you.
Not bad.
Yeah, it was just, you know, it sucks, and
but that's why they're not getting that many views.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they
getting hip. It's okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna watch it if I know the dude that should be winning is not gonna win. I'm not wasting my time.
Facts. And like how much, you know, and the fact that Lil Baby was the one that performed last, and the song that he performed was the bigger picture, and, you know, everything with it ties to like the BLM thing. Like, the fact that they made that one to be last, I was just like, yo, this is another way that I see the Grammys and just like CBS and all this shit. They do a lot of pandering. They do a lot of pandering. Obviously they know what the trending issue is within the black community. Like, so how do you get the black community there? You know, bring all the artists that they love, bring up whatever issues are relevant at the moment, you know, do a little flash over to show that Beyonce and Jay-Z are in the same event. Okay. And then, you know, black people are going to come and flock. And it's annoying. It's very annoying because you're cutting a lot of people out of an achievement that they would really appreciate, and ones that, you know, grow up as kids watching their favorite artists win Grammys and be like, yo, I can't wait to win my own. And then they get the greatest announcement, which is that they're nominated, to just then go there highly confident, because being Roddy Ricch, I would be confident going into that shit thinking I'm gonna win something too. Performs twice and then wasn't given anything, I'd be tight. So, you know, I'm not going to be, and I'm going to give it up for Megan, because I'm also proud of Megan. I'm not going to take away from anything Megan did this year, especially with the type of year that she had. I'm going to give her nothing but flowers. Same thing with Beyonce. I'm going to give all of them flowers, you feel me? But it just sucks. It sucks when, you know, everybody that you think should win doesn't. And, you know, I'll just leave it at that. You feel me? I know we got to wrap it up, but I'll just leave it at that. You feel me? All right, let's get into. Wait, do we got new music? I don't even think.
Yes and no, but not really.
This weekend was kind of dry.
So I see this, right? Giveon, right? I see that.
So that was just him.
It's like one new song.
It was like one new song. I was very upset.
They just put two things together.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's something new, and then I was like, so it's just one song. Okay, cool.
Nah, I fuck with Giveon.
No,
that's like really.
No, because I was really upset.
It was just one song.
Nah, because I fuck with Giveon. Giveon makes smooth music, but like the way this project was presented to me, I was just like, oh, this look like, you know, maybe I'm about to get like 4 new tracks, because I knew it was
gonna be. Is that the EP he dropped and then he added one?
Bro, yes. It's Take Time, which is the first project he dropped, and then the second EP he dropped, he just put both of them together and then added one song.
It's the last
if he did that same thing, but maybe added like 4 or 5 songs, I would have been like, hey, yo, this is lit. You feel me? But the fact that he did it and it was just one song, I'm just like,
he's ignorant for that.
Get a check. He's popping. Get a check. I feel it. I would do the same thing. It's a streaming game right now. I would do the exact same thing. You feel me?
Let me just get all these streams up.
It just wasn't worthy to talk about this week. That's all. That's why I was about to just breeze right over. You feel me?
Did you like Brent Faiyaz's new single?
Yeah, I saw what he was trying to do with International Women's Month. I fucked with it.
I feel like bass should have been in there. And it would have threw it. Bass.
Oh, I thought you said Bay. I was like, who's this Bay?
No. I think
this nigga's toxic. He's like Future, the R&B Future. He don't got a Bay.
No, that's a fact.
They all his Bay.
It's crazy. But yeah, I fucked with the Brent Faiyaz track. You know, I'm loving the shine that Brent Faiyaz is starting to get in his career. So you got smooth vibes. It's not like, you know, it wasn't like a fire, you know, track. Like I don't
feel like
think
the bass would have did it.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to make like a hit. But yeah, it was a smooth track. I saw what he was trying to do. You know, show love to all the women. Why not? I feel it. Yeah, I fuck with it. All right, can we get into reality checks now? Yeah. All right, let's get into our reality checks. Let's do it.
So, my reality check is, don't let someone who has shown you their true colors get a second chance at fucking with you. And what do I mean by that? So if you've been fucking with someone and they showed their true colors, aka they did you dirty in some type of way after weeks or months or days even of fucking with them, that was who they really were. Because no one is going to do you dirty unless they've already done some typical shit like that. Mm-hmm. Or it's just in their nature, you know what I mean? So they showed you their true colors. So I would not allow that person back into your life if that person hurts you, if they cause you discomfort, if they cause you emotional distress, if they did anything to inconvenience your life in any way. I would not allow that person into your life, because they're going to keep repeating what they did before, because that is their true colors. That is in their nature. So learn the first lesson. Don't learn from a second lesson. Don't learn from a third lesson. Don't learn from a fourth lesson. Learn from lesson 1. Take it as it is and move accordingly. Don't let someone who's shown you their true colors get a second chance at fucking with you. Mm-hmm. They don't deserve it.
That's a fact.
I respect it. Very much so. My reality check, is don't be afraid to don't be afraid to be by yourself and just cut the whole fucking world off. Like, if you feel like everybody's pissing you off, you feel like everybody's just doing like the absolute most, and you need time to yourself, and you need to literally put your phone on do not disturb, like do not disturb, girl, my guy, do not be afraid to do it, because I promise you, at the end of the day, it will bring you more pleasure than pain. And if you feel like you have to take it to that extent, then that means you have an actual reason for ghosting. I hate the fact that people call it ghosting, but you know what? I don't call it ghosting. I'll call it self-care. So don't be afraid to practice self-care by excluding everybody from your life, your circle, your peace.
Facts.
That's it.
I wouldn't even call it ghosting. I'd call it a self-reflection. What the fuck? I had a moment of transparency. That's what happened. But yeah, all right. So for my reality check, right, I'm just going to say, yo, I'm a big advocate of living for yourself and doing what you got to do for you. But I can say that while you were doing that, you feel me? Live your best life. Do whatever that you feel is right for yourself. But while you were doing that, keep everybody else out of your shit. You feel me?
Please.
Because, yo, when we do shit for ourselves, we tend to not give a fuck about who it affects or like who it bothers. We just do what we want and we just move accordingly. But yo, there's nothing wrong with doing that. You feel me? Just leave everybody else out of your shit. And then no one will have problems with you. I think that, yo, there is a very capable way. I mean, obviously, if what you're doing is legally, like, moral, you feel me? I think there is obviously a nice way for you to do everything that you want without offending anybody. You just got to know when to leave people out of your shit. So that'll be my advice to you. You feel me? Live your life how you want to live it. Just leave everyone else alone. Don't bring other people into your shit. Because once you bring them in, now they're part of the ride too, and if you fuck up, now they fuck up. Let your own fuck up be your own fuck up. You feel me? Leave everybody else out of that shit. You want to go do some nonsense? Go do some nonsense. But don't drag me into this shit. Because now if I'm involved in your nonsense, nigga, I didn't want to be here. Why'd you pull me into this shit, bro? You could have been a fuckboy if you want to be a fuckboy, but leave me out of it. Now you got me lying to shorty. And why do I gotta lie? I don't even give a fuck about the chick. But now you got me lying to her. What the hell? Okay. Leave me out of your shit. You feel me? That's my reality check. All right, and that's pretty much the end of our episode. You feel me? Make sure you're following us. If you are on YouTube, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Listening to audio, leave a review. If the platform takes reviews, make sure you're following us on our socials. You feel me? And yeah, it's lit. We're going up. Season 6, never going down. You feel me? So let's keep going up and let's go up together. You feel me? It's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich.
And it's been your girl Imani.
And you've been listening to The Urban Products. We will catch y'all next week.
Love.
Deuce.